Hello everybody, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm going to show you how to calculate percentage composition of each element or a specific element given in a compound. Let's start with this question. Let's read the question. What is the percentage of each element in calcium carbonate compound? To find the percentage of each element, we need to find molar mass of calcium carbonate firstly. Then we will use how many moles of calcium we have in the compound, how many moles of carbon we have in the compound, how many moles of oxygen we have in the compound. After finding their moles, we will convert these moles into mass. Then we will divide mass of each element by the molar mass of this compound. After making the division, we multiply the result by 100 to get the result. Okay, let's start with finding the molar mass of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, shown by CaCO3. In this compound, I have 3 moles of oxygen and 1 mole of carbon. Subscripts of the elements determine the moles of elements, and 1 mole of calcium. 3 moles of oxygen. First of all, I convert mole into mass. 1 mole of oxygen makes 16.00 grams. This is the molar mass of oxygen. 1 mole of oxygen it must be given in the question, or we must look it up in periodic table to find its molar mass. 1 mole of oxygen makes 16 grams. 3 moles of oxygen makes 48.00 grams. And 1 mole of carbon makes 12.01 grams. As you see, it's given here. It makes 12.01 grams. And convert mole of calcium into mass. 1 mole of calcium makes 40.00 grams, and it makes 40.00 grams. And you can sum them to get the results. It makes 101 grams. So I can say the molar mass of calcium carbonate is equal to 100.01 grams per mole. Okay, 1 mole of calcium carbonate makes 100.01 grams. So as you see here, in 100 grams of calcium carbonate, I have 48 grams of oxygen, 12.01 grams of carbon, 40 grams of calcium. To find the percentage of each element, we must start with calcium. Percentage of calcium is equal to mass of calcium in this compound. It is 40.00 grams over 100.01 grams times 100. Percentage of calcium nearly makes 40%. Okay. Percentage of second element is carbon. It's 12.01 grams. And the molar mass of compound is 100.01 grams times 100. Percentage of carbon makes, let's calculate by using a calculator. Okay. 12.01 over 101 times 100. It makes 12%. And I'm so sorry about that. Okay. And you want to sum them. Percentage of calcium plus percentage of carbon plus percentage of oxygen. The summation must give 100%. So 40% is the percentage of calcium, 12% is the percentage of carbon, plus percentage of oxygen is equal to 100%. And it makes percentage of oxygen plus 52% is equal to 100%. And then percentage of oxygen by mass will be 48%. Okay, what we did in this question, first of all, we found the moles of each element given in the compound. I have 3 moles of oxygen, 1 mole of carbon, 1 mole of calcium. Then we converted them into mass. After summing the masses of each element, we found the molar mass of this compound. So 1 mole of this compound makes 100.01 grams. In this gram of calcium carbonate, I have 48 grams of oxygen, 12.01 grams of carbon, 40.00 grams of calcium. And then I found the percentage of each element in this compound. 40 grams of calcium we have in 100 grams of compound times 100 will give us the percentage of calcium by mass. And for carbon, I have 12.01 grams of carbon in 100.0 grams of compound. You will divide them and multiply by 100 to get the mass percentage of carbon. If you sum percentages of calcium and carbon, then subtract the summation from 100, you will get the mass percentage of oxygen. It makes 48%. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go on with the new question. Okay. Magnesium hydroxide is 54.87% oxygen by mass. How many grams of oxygen are in 175 grams of the compound? I have 175 grams of magnesium hydroxide, and 54.78% of this compound is oxygen by mass. So I can easily find how many grams of oxygen it makes. So I will multiply the mass of compound by 54.87, then I will divide by 100. 175 times 54.87 over 100 makes 96.0 grams of oxygen. So 96.0 grams of this compound is oxygen. And in the second question, it says how many moles of oxygen is this? 96.0 grams of oxygen we have times, we must use the conversion factor. 1 mole of oxygen makes 16.00 grams of oxygen. Gram of oxygen can be cancelled. And 96.0 over 16.00 makes 6.00 mole of oxygen. Okay. Let's see what we did in this solution. We have 175 grams of magnesium hydroxide. We know in the question it is given 54.87% of this compound, of this mass, is oxygen by mass. As we learn in mathematics, any percentage can be converted into a rational number. As you see here, 54.87 over 100. So I have 175 grams of magnesium hydroxide. I wonder how many grams of oxygen does it contain. So I must multiply the mass of compound by this percentage, 54.87 over 100, and it makes 96.0 grams. Why 96.0 grams? Because 1, 2, 3, I have 3 significant figures, and also in the given I have 3 significant figures. So I found the gram mass of oxygen here. In the second question it says, convert this gram into mole. I know 1 mole of oxygen makes 16.00 grams of oxygen. This is molar mass, or relationship between mole of oxygen and its mass. It must be given in the question, or you can find it in periodic table. So you have 96.0 grams of oxygen. If you use this conversion factor, you will find the mole of oxygen. 96.0 grams of oxygen times 1 mole of oxygen over 16.00 grams of oxygen. As you see, same units are simplified, and 96.0 times 1, it makes 96.0 over 16.00 makes 6.00 moles of oxygen. The point in this question is to convert or to find how many grams of oxygen you have in 175 grams of magnesium hydroxide. And by percentage, it is given in the question. You only convert this percentage composition into mass composition. So 96.0 grams of this compound makes, 96.0 grams of this compound is oxygen by mass. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.